And we're starting the weekend with our reading of the paper. It is the 24th of August, last week of summer vacation school. So soldiers need mental health treatment after shooting in Gaza. And somebody reported that being questioned in the border, told that she had Palestinian blood, not German. Yeah, I don't know. Blood. What is blood anyway? They're like German citizens, and they came. Anyway, then we have a problem with beaches where there's no lifeguards. תודה רבה. יום טוב, תודה. אוי, די. So I've got the rest of the... And let's look at the caricature. Today's the weekend paper, so I've got a lot to read here. And I think I'm going to pick and choose, as they say. You can't read everything. This nice lady gave me the rest of it. The art section is interesting. He said, this is Donald Trump, the caricature says, I recommend not to hire Michael Cohen and not Stormy Daniels. And they have like a little bit other opinions about al-Pachem, terror against Israel, that there should be clear message, because they have they just had a guy shot by, who was trying to stab a guard. They have a lot of problems there. Anyway, let's skip Lieberman. Wow, that's a beautiful song, The Black Cloud. Yeah, that's the Minister of Defense, the whole thing. And Netanyahu, Trump might, it's a warning shot to Israel. Netanyahu, oh, can't see the paper, can you? In Lithuania, Netanyahu is fighting the EU. He's trying to form a consensus against the Palestinians, it says. First time we see a picture of the leader of ISIS. Can you see any difference? It's just a bearded guy. And where is this? This is the people stopped at the border. Border police told this couple, your blood is Palestinian, not German. Actually, he is from Israel. He's Palestinian originally. Well, he is Palestinian. He was born in Israel. I mean, to recognize him as a Palestinian is also... he says he's not a refugee. Anyway, he has doctorate, computer science, and he works in a company. Wow. And she's a faculty of, she finished in Israel, and now she's doing a master's in architecture. They asked her about Gaza. I think that's a bit too much, yeah. It's not okay to question people about their political opinions, I think. If it's not, has nothing to do with, you could check their background if they have anything to do with extremist organizations that are perhaps terrorists, but it's too much. I think that's really too much, all this questioning. Do they have nothing better to do? I mean, I don't think that is helping fight terrorism. They say that he did not cooperate. On the other hand, I have to say that every country interrogates. And in Europe, they do that a lot with African people, and for some reason. And so, I don't know how bad it is. Every country interrogates people that might be connected to something suspicious, but yeah. I understand that he's not feeling too happy about it. It's very bad. But now this is a horrible thing. This man ran over a boy. It's horrible. A 13-year-old boy recently. He was drinking, and they found some evidence. He was talking on his cell phone that he just admitted drinking vodka, and then he's really not cooperating with the investigation. Finally, what I was looking for. Research. The most extensive research so far has concluded that consuming alcohol in any amount is bad for your health. Just what my body tells me. I can't drink even a tiny bit. 40 countries, and they say that it's worse than they think. And now very interesting. That is a fascinating research. I've always thought that it's nonsense what they say. A little bit is healthy for your heart. Nonsense. Alcohol is a toxin. I feel it. It says that there's a whole list of things, diseases. Oh my God, tons of them that are not even. I didn't even think. All kinds of diseases of blood circulation. And so they have researched number of deaths from people that are 15 to 49 years old. And the leading countries are, let's see. Oh, that's weird. The main Republic of Africa. I didn't realize they drink so much. Burundi. Ukraine is... and Russia, so that's not surprising. What is Lesotho? I don't know. Where is Lesotho? In Africa is the leader. Russia comes, and 118 people for 108,000 people die because of alcohol. Russia is number one, Ukraine, and then Burundi. And at the bottom is Iran, Yemen, Saudi Arabia. That's good. And this is the population that drinks every day. Let's see. Men, women. Romania, Portugal, Luxembourg, Ukraine. Okay, almost 3 million people died in 2016 from consuming alcohol. 12% of the death of men, 15 to 49, is from alcohol. Women, the top list is Ukraine. Luxembourg. I didn't know Luxembourg is such a big drinking one. Belarus, Sweden. So, the professor commenting said it's called Global Burden of Disease in Seattle, Washington. And they did a very extensive research. And they concluded that it is just cancer, blood, heart, everything. Finally, and it says this Israeli professor said, who is an expert of children's health and public health, said this is an earthquake in public health. I don't think the people that are drinking are going to change, but it's really good to know. Because at the past they said alcohol is good for your heart, and now it's disputed. I'm really glad about that. I find alcohol, for me personally, makes me sick. I feel bad. Takes me a long time. Now I was really not feeling well. Friday I went to Friday night meal and I had a little bit of, like a tiny bit of wine, and I didn't feel good for a while. So, yeah. How about Avineri, that it was good to doubt? A lot of from plastic beaches. Tons to read. I wish I could read it out loud. But research on ants. Only 30% work. It's a myth that they are. You know, they say in the Bible that if you want to learn what it's like to be diligent, go to the ants. They found that the ants only 30% work, and they do 70% of the work because the efficiency of work. It's just the division of work is like that. Wow, that's like so much like life. So, and then we have lines of the Maldives. 2 people died and they're already scared of the Nile fever. Wow, scary. It spreads by mosquitoes. 68. Well, I wouldn't say it's an epidemic if 68 people suffer from it. Got a lot to read. I think I'm only going to read them. They're very good, excellent on art. I am definitely going to pick and choose art. And I like reading this section usually. It's a bit silly today. Tons and tons of about the Yemenites and culture center claiming the Israelis famous Yemenite singer. Turkish music. So much going on here. So much going on here. Tons and tons and tons of things going on. Performance artist. Oh, I would love to do that. Just performance and everything is art. And Dogman, a new movie. It says violence, uncontrollable violence. Oh no. But the name is, hope it's not using animals, but it probably is. In Italy. A man that has a dog saloon. He's a hairdresser for dogs. It says it's a very violent movie. I was once asked Faye Dunaway why there's so much violence in her movies, and she says it's part of life. restaurant review. For a restaurant. Oh, I'm having trouble with the lights today. Ooh, food section. Looks nice. Lots and lots and lots and lots of things to do. And then we have here I like these pictures they have. There's a photographer who's very talented, and with this I will end. Information is overwhelming and you have to pick and select. So I'm going to do that for sure. Because I love from us.